Hello friends, in this session we discuss the method and formula to find the surface area of surfaces in 3D space. Okay, for example, suppose we consider a paraboloid z is equal to x square plus y square. The paraboloid is open upwards if this is the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. The paraboloid is placed on the xy plane, okay, and the only point that meets the paraboloid with the xy plane is the point 00000, the origin, and all other points lie above the xy plane because our z is equal to x square plus y square, so that the minimum value of z is 0. So 000 is the point at which the surface has the minimum
Z value.
and all other z values are positive, so the paraboloid is open upward, and we cut this paraboloid
With a plane Z is equal to 4.
then we get a finite portion of the paraboloid. Actually, the paraboloid is open upward and goes to infinity, but we cut the paraboloid with a plane z is equal to 4. Then we get a portion of the paraboloid which is in the shape of a dish antenna. Okay, dish antennas are in the shape of a paraboloid, portion of the paraboloid. And we are interested to find the surface area of the surface, okay, of the paraboloid z is equal to x square plus y square.
In between the planes Z is equal to 0, that is the xy plane, and the plane Z is equal to 4.
See, we are not measuring the entire surface area of the paraboloid z is equal to x square plus y square. It is impossible because it will give an infinite value, okay? And we cut only a portion and we are interested to find the surface area. For that purpose, what we do is we use this formula. The area of the surface f of xy is equal to c over a closed and bounded plane region is given by the formula surface area is equal to double integral over the region R of magnitude of the gradient of f divided by magnitude of grad f dot unit vector p dA, where unit vector p is a unit vector normal to the region R, and also we assume that grad f dot unit vector p is not the scalar 0. And we have to identify the region capital R. Now here what is our f in this situation? Here z is equal to x square plus y square. Okay. So we need a surface of the form f of xyz is equal to c. So what we do is we write here f of xyz is equal to, from here we can write x square plus y square minus z equal to 0. Okay. Now what about the region R? The region R is the portion on the xy plane, okay, such that is the domain, okay, domain of this EF for which graph of f is the portion of the paraboloid
Bounded by the planes Z is equal to 0, that is xy plane, and the plane Z is equal to 4. Figure shows the circular paraboloid or paraboloid of revolution Z is equal to x square plus y square. See, the only point the surface Z is equal to x square plus y square intersects with the xy plane is the point 00000, and all the portion of the circular paraboloid lies above the xy plane because z is always greater than or equal to 0, because z is equal to sum of squares of two real numbers x and y. Circular paraboloid looks like this. A portion of the circular paraboloid is shown in the figure. Suppose we consider the intersection of the circular paraboloid with the plane z is equal to 4. Then we can see that the intersection of the surface with the plane z is equal to 4 gives a circle on the plane z is equal to 4. The equation of the circle is x square plus y square is equal to 4, because by putting z is equal to 4 we get 4 is equal to x square plus y square, or x square plus y square is equal to 4. Now the projection of the circle on the xy plane is shown in this figure. Now we see that the projection on the xy plane of the portion of the surface which is in between the plane z is equal to 0, that is xy plane, and z is equal to 4, and on the paraboloid z is equal to x square plus y square is the region on and inside the circle shown in the xy plane. The equation of the circle is also x square plus y square is equal to 4. Equation of the circle here also is x square plus y square is equal to 4, and those two circles lie on the cylinder x square plus y square is equal to 4. Now what we see is this: if we consider this surface z is equal to x square plus y square as the graph of a function, then the graph of the function corresponding to the points on the circle and inside the circle will lie on the surface, bounded between the planes z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 4.
So our region is the set of all ordered wave xy in R2 such that x square plus y square less than or equal to 4. So this is the region of integration. And we have to use this formula. What is grad f here? Grad f is, what is grad f? Partial derivative of f with respect to x I plus partial derivative of f with respect to y j plus partial derivative of f with respect to z k. So from here we get partial derivative of f with respect to x is 2x. So this is equal to 2x I plus partial derivative of f with respect to y is 2y. 2yj partial derivative of f with respect to z is minus 1. So this is minus k. Now what about the unit normal to the region capital R? Capital R is the region given by the closed disk x square plus y square less than or equal to 4, and that lies on the xy plane, and a unit normal to the region R is a unit vector in the positive direction of z axis, and that is the unit vector k. So we take p is equal to k. This is a unit normal to the region capital R also. So all those things are obtained. So surface area is double integral over R, grad of absolute value of grad f. So absolute value of 2xi plus 2yj minus k by grad f dot p. What is p? P is k. So grad f dot p becomes I dot k is 0, j dot k is 0, k dot k is 1. So this is negative 1. So magnitude of negative 1 dA. Now what about this one? This is square root of 2x whole square plus 2y whole square plus negative 1 whole square. So this is equal to double integral over R square root of 4x square plus 4y square plus 1 divided by 1. So we can, okay. So this is the double integral that we have to do. And if we do if we use Cartesian coordinates to evaluate this double integral, that will be time consuming, and sometimes it will give us some non-elementary functions for integration. So we prefer, in this situation, we prefer polar coordinates. Okay. Usually, if we have a domain of the form of a circular disk shape, then we prefer polar coordinates. So we prefer polar coordinates. And in polar coordinates, what will be our situation? Using polar coordinates, our region can be written as, okay, our region will be set of poles ordered where r theta, and we are inside the circle. This is a circular disk centered at the origin and having radius 2. So our r will vary from 0 to 2, and in order to get the full disk, our theta must vary from 0 to 2 pi. So this is the polar form. So here what we get is, this becomes r is equal to 0 to 2, theta is equal to 0 to 2 pi. Okay. What about x? X will be r cos theta, and y is r sin theta in polar coordinates. And here our r varies from 0 to 2 and theta varies from 0 to 2 pi. So here we have to apply that one. So x square becomes r square cos square theta, y square is r square sin square theta. Or you can simply write 4 times x square plus y square. What is x square plus y square? R square. So this becomes square root of 4 r square plus 1 r dr d theta. This r is very important. Okay. Don't simply write a dr d theta. This r is very important. While we convert a Cartesian integral to the form of a Cartesian double integral to the form of a polar double integral, we have to write an r like this. We can first integrate with respect to theta. So all these portions is unaffected by the integral over theta. So this becomes d theta becomes theta, and giving limits it becomes 2 pi minus 0. So this is equal to 2 pi times integral from r is equal to 0 to 2 square root of 4 r square plus 1 r dr. Okay, d theta is already integrated. Now what we do is we put u equal to 4 r square plus 1. Then what happens? Du will be 8 r dr, 8 r dr. So from here r dr will be 1 by 8 du, isn't it?
So this is equal to 2 pi into
Integral u raised to half, because square root of u becomes u raised to half. R dr is 1 by 8 du. So I write 8 here. Yeah. And also here we can, what will be the limits of integration? When r is equal to 0, u will be 1. When r is equal to 2, this is 4 into 2 square plus 1, that is 4 into 4 plus 1, that is 16 plus 1 or 17. So the upper limit is 17 here. Now integral of u raised to half is u raised to 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 within the limit 1 to 17. Now the reciprocal of 3 by 2, so that is 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is multiplied with 2 pi by 8, which gives 4 pi by 24 times 17 to the power 3 by 2. 17 to the power 3 by 2 is 17 into 17 raised to half. That is 17 root 17 minus 1 to the power 3 by 2. 1 to the power 3 by 2 is 1. So this is the So we can simplify this as this is equal to 4 is a common factor. So this is pi by 6 times 17 root 17 minus 1. Okay. As another example, we find the surface area of the cap cut from the hemisphere x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 2 and z greater than or equal to 0 by the cylinder x square plus y square is equal to 1. We know that x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 2 simply represents a sphere having radius root 2 and centered at the origin 000. And if we restrict that z values are greater than or equal to 0, then we get only the upper hemisphere,
above the xy plane.
and that is shown in the figure. Upper hemisphere is shown in the figure. This is the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Okay, you imagine a upper hemisphere cut from an apple. Okay, you imagine like that. Suppose you have a small pipe of smaller radius and you insert that pipe on the upper portion of the apple that you have already cut from the original apple. We can remove a small portion from using that pipe, and there you can see a cap shaped portion of the apple inside the pipe, isn't it? Likewise, what we do here is this: we cut this hemisphere by the cylinder x square plus y square is equal to 1. You can see a portion of the cylinder x square plus y square is equal to 1 here. You insert that cylinder on this hemisphere so that you will get a cap which is a portion of the upper hemisphere. Cap which is a portion of the upper hemisphere. We are asked to find the area of surface area of that cap. What is the f here? Comparing here, what will be our surface here? Our surface f of x, y, z is x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 2. So x square plus y square plus z square minus 2 or equal to 2, no problem. Or you can write like this, minus 2 equal to 0, no problem. They all represent the same surface. And here we have z greater than or equal to 0 also. See, the function that represents the given upper hemisphere is given by f of x, y, z is equal to x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 2, where z greater than or equal to 0. Okay. And the upper hemisphere is cut by the cylinder x square plus y square is equal to 1. Okay. The cylinder cuts the upper hemisphere. We are interested to find the surface area of the cap. Okay. That is included inside the cylinder. That means if we take the projection of that cap on the xy plane, okay, you can see that all the points on the xy plane that are the projection of the cap will be the portion inside the circle x square plus y square is equal to 1. This is actually a cylinder, isn't it? On the xy plane, the cylinder x square plus y square is equal to 1 intersects with the xy plane on a circle given by the same Cartesian equation x square plus y square is equal to 1. Okay, so the projection of the cap lie inside the circle x square plus y square is equal to 1, so that our R is the region on the xy plane corresponds to the cap. In other words, actually the cap gives the graph of the function
f of x, y, z
where ordered where xy varies over this region. So this R is actually the set of all xy such that x square plus y square less than or equal to 1. Okay. Now we have to use this formula. For that purpose, what we do is we find the grad f. Grad f is equal to, from here grad f is equal to 2xi plus 2yj plus 2zk. What is the unit normal to the region R? The region R is on the xy plane, so the unit normal will be the unit vector k along the positive direction of z axis. Okay, so what will be the magnitude of the vector grad f? That will be square root of 2x whole square plus 2y whole square plus 2z whole square. So this becomes square root of 4x square plus 4y square plus 4z square. So this becomes 4 times x square plus y square plus z square. Now what about x square plus y square plus z square? That is equal to 2. So this becomes 4 into 2, 8. So this is equal to 2 root 2. What about grad f dot p? Grad f dot p is equal to this dot k. So I dot k is equal to 0, j dot k is equal to 0, k dot k is 1. So grad f dot p will be 2z. Okay. Magnitude of grad f dot p is equal to magnitude of 2z. This will be magnitude of 2z. Magnitude of grad f dot p is equal to magnitude of 2z. And by assumption our z is greater than or equal to 0. So that 2z will be greater than or equal to 0. So absolute value of 2z will be 2z. We can simply write like that. Now we use this formula. So surface area is equal to W integral over R. What is magnitude of grad f? That is 2 root 2 by magnitude of grad f dot p, that is 2z dA. So the 2 and 2 will be get cancelled. Root 2 can be taken outside. What is 1 by z? See, here our region of integration are in terms of x and y. R is in terms of x and y. So we have to write z in terms of x and y. That is possible because these z lie on the upper hemisphere. Okay. So from here, z is already greater than or equal to 0. So from here, z square is equal to 2 minus bracket x square plus y square. So z will be square root of. Okay. So this is 1 by square root of 2 minus x square plus y square dx. Here also we prefer polar coordinates for evaluating the double integral. For otherwise the integral is a non-elementary one. So we prefer polar coordinates. Our region of integration is the set of all ordered by xy such that x square plus y square less than or equal to 1. So that on that region we have, this is the region given by ordered by r theta such that, see, on the disk centered at ordered by 0, 0 and having radius 1. So the radius varies from 0 to 1. So this is 0 less than or equal to r less than or equal to 1 and 0 less than or equal to theta less than or equal to 2 pi. Theta. In order to get the full disk, we have to vary theta from 0 to 2 pi. So this will be equal to root 2 into integral from r is equal to 0 to 1, theta from 0 to 2 pi, 1 by square root of. See, in polar coordinates, x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta. So x square plus y square will be r square. So this is 2 minus r square r dr d theta. Don't forget this r. Okay. We can first integrate with respect to theta. Okay. And if we first integrate with respect to theta, we get integral theta is theta, and within the limit is 0 to 2 pi. So this becomes 2 root 2 pi integral from r is equal to 0 to 1, 1 by square root of 2 minus r square r dr. Okay, now we put u equal to 2 minus r square. Then what will be du? Du will be negative 2r dr. So from here r dr will be negative 1 by 2 du, and from here this will be u to the power negative half. So this is equal to 2 root 2 pi integral u raised to negative half du by negative 2. So 2 and 2 will be get cancelled. This is equal to negative root 2 pi u raised to half by half within the limit. What is the limit of integration? When r is equal to 0, u is equal to 2, and when r is equal to 1, u is equal to 1. So this is from 2 to 1. Negative 2 root 2 pi 1 minus 2 raised to half, isn't it? This is equal to 2 root 2 pi root 2 minus 1. Okay, this can also be written like this: 2 pi times root 2, 2 minus root 4. This is the answer.